Hi friends, hi YouTube. If you're new here, hi, my name is Nikki. I love fun, bright, colorful makeup. I love indie makeup, and I love color stories that don't necessarily go together. And I would love to have you subscribe if you haven't already. What if you do, do. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. I enjoyed our small bit of time together. We're gonna judge you. I know I say that in every video, but we're gonna judge you. We're gonna make a burn book. We're gonna spread it around if you do not stay. We're gonna do things, so watch out. Today we are going over my holy grail palettes in my collection. I just did a video of like my top 10 purchases of 2024, but I thought let's go over my like top palettes in my collection, like my all-time favorite palettes in my collection that I've picked up over any amount of time, just like, you know, the bad bitches, the high-ranking popular girls, all that good stuff. So if you want to see the palettes that I chose, my top favorites, then let's get into it. There's absolutely no order to this. There's no ranking. Some of these do have a higher place in my heart than others do, but these are just all my top holy grail palettes. Like I love and adore them. They have a special place in my heart, all that good stuff. I want to start with blends from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I barely talk about Blend Bunny anymore. I feel really bad about that. But this is just a holy grail palette if you're wanting to get into rainbow, into more colorful makeup, into rainbow makeup, all that good stuff. It's just a bunch of mattes. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's something that you can definitely pair with a lot of other stuff. If you want to do like a neutral look and then add like a little pop of color, you've got tons of options here. I feel like this is such a good holy grail. Granted, I have not dipped my grimy fingers into this in a very hot minute. I need to. I'll probably do it for like a palette bingo, a Mishmash Monday coming up at some point, but it is just such a fun, good color story. You've got some depth, you've got light, you've got just rose if you need like, you know, some help in any certain way to create a look here, either this way or this way. It absolutely works. I feel like this is such a good palette and definitely a holy grail of just, you know, it's just a good freaking palette, hence why it's in here. Next, I have the Secret Garden palette from bellabeautebar. I absolutely love and adore this one. I am like, it ranks really high in my collection. I'm not ranking these, like I said. That would hurt my feelings a tad bit too much. It would hurt my brain a tad bit too much to have to rank all these bad bitches. And I can't do that. I can't pit a bad bitch against one another. It's just incredibly rude. But this is, like I said, this is a Secret Garden palette. It looks like this. It is just absolutely stunning. bellabeautebar knows how to make a freaking shimmer, and these shimmers are it. They are those bitches. They are just so freaking good. This is the color story. It is just a stunning color story. I love when a color story is just absolutely curated and just, you know, there's some palettes where I feel like some people just like, oh, maybe this shade and this shade. Like I've been wanting to put this shade in a palette and like that, but when it's like this, where you can just tell they had a vision, I just absolutely adore it. Again, where there's looks here and here, I love it. I love when a palette is just beautifully put together. This is just one of my all-time favorites. I used a bunch of these pinks this past summer when I would go on date nights and whatnot, fun events and what stuff with my boyfriend, and I really do enjoy this one so much. It's just a stunningly incredible palette. Again, something that I really want to take out. I want to do a look with this row right here, so I'm going to remember to do that. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to leave it out so I can do that. But yeah, just an absolutely stunning palette. I have the Neutrals palette here from Cosmic Beauty Cosmic Brushes. Cosmic Beauty, whatever, this Cosmic brand, we're just gonna call it that, has been absolutely smashing their formula. They've been smashing their palettes. They've just been putting out incredibly good quality and formulas for their eyeshadow palettes. And granted, I am a fun, bright, colorful makeup lover, but this is just such a good holy grail. I have been really liking a lot of the more colorful tones in here, but this is such a good, like, this fits me for a neutral look because I'm never really going to fully go neutral. So there is some neutral tones in here, but there's some other fun things that I can play with to fit into my type of makeup and what I vibe with. That hence why this is like a holy grail. This is just kind of like, oh, I need to go do like a subtle look, but I'm still gonna pop some bright ass orange shadow on, you know, like, I love how I said orange and I pointed at the purple. You get what I mean. But this is just such a highly ranked palette. It's just absolutely gorgeous, a lot of fun. The shimmers, Cosmic Beauty's shimmer formula is absolutely insane. Like, it is no joke. They are buttery beyond belief. They're just absolutely insane. If you've not picked up one of their palettes, I totally recommend doing it. They're just freaking incredible. Next, I have the Tropical palette from Beauty Bay. I love this one. Granted, I don't play with it that often. I do have this coming up because I want to play with a bunch of pink during February. But this is the color story. I love this one so much. I like just yearned over this one for the longest time, and then I ended up finally picking it up last year, and it just is it's so incredible. Like I said, when there's just a good, fun, curated color story, I really love it. And when the formula backs up the color story, it's just, it is everything and more. I absolutely love it. It's so stunning. It's so pretty. I just look at her. And there's ways that you could maybe go a little bit neutral in this one. Like, you know, there's some variety in here, and I really love it. I'm a pink lover through and through. The looks that I used to create when I was growing up were pink looks all the freaking time, so this just has a special place in my heart. Next, I have these Sinful Echoes palettes. I feel like I talk about these all the time, but I absolutely love and adore them. They are so beautifully formulated, so beautifully curated, like color story curated. They are just absolutely stunning. They work absolutely amazing. They used to be on Etsy. I don't know if they are anymore, but they are just incredibly stunning. The formula is absolutely insane. They're incredibly, like I said, incredibly formulated. The butters, oh my god. The shimmers are just absolutely buttery. Just everything is just so incredibly stunning in them, and they work so wonderfully. They work wonderfully together. They work wonderfully with other palettes. They're just, I love and adore these so incredibly much. I can't not, okay? I love them a lot. Moving on, this is like one of my all-time holy grails. I've mentioned this before. This used to be my #1 palette in my collection, in my, just like in the whole entirety of this earth, and it is the Wilderness palette from Beauty Bay. When I talk about a beautifully and wonderfully created color story, this is where that came from. This is where that love came from. It is just wonderful. Okay, like I said, I love when a palette has just rows where if you want to go that way, if you want to go this way, like everything just works together, and I freaking love and adore that. Like, that's like my favorite freaking thing about when palettes are like placed and made and all that. Like, I just, it does something for me, okay? It makes me feel things, and it started with this, okay? It really did, and it is, if not one of the best curated color stories out there. It is just stunning, and we've got such a variety of just tones and vibes in here, and I was surprised that it ended up getting beat out in my top palettes, but that just means that indie brands, because I mostly pretty much only buy indie brands, have been absolutely smashing it and just killing it and going above and beyond, and it makes me so happy. But yeah, I absolutely love and adore this one. I don't know how many of these palettes are still available. I'll try to link which ones, if they are, down below. If not, check Mercari or like a secondhand site. A lot of people like end up decluttering their collection, and they end up on there if you feel like looking. We're gonna go into Harvest of Souls. Harvest of Souls is the one that I currently have on my face right now. This is my top palette of 2024, my top palette purchase of 2024. I absolutely love and adore it. It's just so incredibly formulated, so incredibly beautiful. It's just absolutely stunning. Like, this is just everything and more to me. I've talked multiple times about how I love a good like bog witch, like swamp, that type vibe. Like, that's just my thing, and I freaking love and adore this one so incredibly much. It's so beautiful. Yeah, it has my heart so incredibly much, and I love this one so much. Next is one of my other top incredible, like top favorites that I'm surprised that got beat out too, and that is Morning Jan is the Haunted Europe palette right here. It looks like this. It is just absolutely stunning. This was my first ever indie brand pickup. I absolutely adore it. I think one of my first palettes that I ever did pick up was this Wilderness one, and I think Blends. But then I think it was this, and this is what really did start my indie brand just love and adoration and whatnot. But this is the color story of Haunted Europe. It is just absolutely stunning. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful, and there's so many good tones. Like, you could just do this side, or you could just do this side. Again, I feel like there's ways that you could go maybe across if you really felt like testing yourself in that middle row, but I feel like you could make it work. I can make it work. But it's just so beautifully, again, curated and formulated, and it's just, I love it so freaking much. I have 3 palettes here left. One of them is really new, like incredibly new, but I already freaking love and adore it, and I just, yeah, so. But this one is the Ghost Town palette. This is not the newest one, but it is from this brand. But yeah, this is the Nomad Ghost Town palette. I freaking adore this one. I know what I said about like me being a colorful makeup lover, and this one does lean a little bit more neutral, but the shimmers in this, I am a shimmer addict. If you've been here for a minute, if you know anything about me, you know that I freaking love and adore shimmer, which is insane because my look is really matte today, but I digress. But yeah, this is the color story of this one, and it is just absolutely stunning. It's so beautiful. It's so much fun. It really, I think I have done a couple looks with this one, and it's just cottagecore filled vibes. As grungy as the theme is, as grungy as, you know, like the packaging is, it is cottagecore to its core. But I just absolutely love this one. It's so beautiful. Again, incredibly formulated, but it's Nomad, so are we really surprised? Moving on, if you've been here, you know this one is not going to be surprised at all. It is the Gargoyle palette from Unearthly Cosmetics. I freaking love and adore this one so incredibly much. It is, again, when I talk about color stories and I talk about just freaking, just, you know, my vibe. This is it. Falls right into that category. It is just absolutely stunning. We've got so many good tones in here. I really want to play with those 2 shades together at some point with a look. But yeah, this is the color story of this one. It is just stunning. It is beautiful. It is a vibe. And we've got some neutrals up here if you really want to lean more neutral. We've got some more diluted tones in here. It's absolutely beautiful. I love and adore it. It has a place in my heart. A huge place in my heart, let's be quite honest. But yeah, this one is just absolutely stunning. And last but not least, this is my newest holy grail all-time favorite palette. It just came out not that long ago, literally, like not that long ago. I just got it in the mail this weekend. I'm filming this on Monday, but yeah, this past weekend. Anyways, I digress. It is the Nomad Chamonix Ski palette. When I first saw that they were like hinting at this, like the little like square post that they do, and they ended up like sharing like 4 of the shades, I was like, holy shit, I need it. I know I'm going to love it. I have been kind of like iffy about some of Nomad's color stories from last year, but this one is just, I freaking love it. I love the tones. I love the tones so incredibly much. They're so beautiful. They're so vibey. They just, this is my Nomad, okay? This is my Nomad. I love it. I love it so much. The shimmers are just absolutely insane. They're just so incredibly gorgeous. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. Again, when I said that I love a good curated color story, this falls into that category too. We've got some like chunks of like, you know, like sections. If like, you got your pinks, your blues, your greens, all that. But you could still go this way. You could still go that way and make a look. Like there's so many good options in here, and I'm really happy with this one. I'm really happy with the formula, the color story, just everything about it. I I hope this is the direction that we're going to continue to go this year with all the indie brands of just insane fun color stories and just incredibly formulated stuff. If you made it to this point of the video though, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being here, for enjoying my content, for watching my content, for enjoying me. It means the absolute world to me. A couple things before you go though. Remember to not be a piece of shit. Don't be homophobic. Don't be transphobic. Don't be racist. Ugh. It is 2025. Pull your head out of your ass and do freaking better. We're judging you. We do not like you. If you are any of that, you're not welcome here. And I mean that. Morals over freaking makeup. For the love of God. And remember to be taking enough food, enough water, enough nutrients, to be having self-care days, to be taking care of you, to be doing things for you. You matter. And if you made it to this point of the video, thank you guys so much for watching. I love and appreciate every single one of you. It means the world to me. So remember to do good, be good, and I can't wait to see your cute face next time.